Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be telling you about my experience when it came to writing the CB3 Actuarial Business Management exam. So my initial plan was actually to register for this just after my April exam so that I would write it whilst I'm waiting for my CP2 results, but before I start studying for my SP7 exam. Unfortunately, there was an issue with getting the funds together early enough. They were not released at work as early as I would have liked, and I ended up registering somewhere in July. So the only spot that was open was from early August to the 11th of September. At the time, I actually didn't think it through to wait until after October when I had written my SP7 exam. I decided to just go for it, and I ended up studying for 2 actuarial exams at the same time. And let me tell you, there were so many clashes between CB3 and SP7, it's not even a joke. And it also didn't help that I was a new mom and that I was back at work at the time. So basically how the exam works is that you're put into teams of up to 6 people. Our team had 5 people. And you compete against other teams. So we were competing against 5 other teams. So each team is made up of board members of a pretend company. And you guys are supposed to make decisions together about your company that are going to affect your share price and your standing in the market. And at the end of the day, whichever company has the highest share price at the end of the game, that company wins. Now, we all know teamwork is no walk in the park. I remember it from high school, I remember it from uni, and these guys did not disappoint. So in our team of 5, we had the one guy who was the team leader and a wonderful eager beaver. So in the first week, we were supposed to just introduce ourselves. He introduced himself as soon as the platform opened, which was great. I like working with people like that. Then we also had a guy who did just enough. So the introduction platform opened on a Friday at 9 a.m. He introduced himself over the weekend. Then we had 2 people that I flagged early on that these people are going to be a problem. But I kept my judgment to myself. They introduced themselves when the platform was closing on a Monday at 9 a.m. They introduced themselves between 8 and 9. And I was just like, these people are just, they're joking. How are we going to work like this? Well, anyway, as it turns out, I was right in judging them. The last person was eliminated in the 2nd week, so they failed to submit any contribution to the group discussion. Not even, and I agree with everything that you guys have said, it's all fine, let's submit like that. Then there was me. I was sort of a combination of everyone. I was the mom who didn't have a lot of time. I was part eager beaver because I introduced myself on the day that the introductions opened. I did just enough to get by, and of course I wasn't lazy at all. Well, my group members will be the judge of that. So in preparing for the exam, I just read all the material that they gave us. It's quite a lot of material to go through. There are law tutorials that you have to go through on different types of law, like contract law, mergers and acquisitions, company law, intellectual property law, and I can't remember 2 other types of law. And then you also had tutorials on business strategy. Yeah, I think that's the best name for those, which were about 3 hours of videos that you had to watch. At this stage, there's really no need to cram anything, but then just read to be aware so that you can perform well when the game starts. Every week we had to meet as a team, and I kind of had a strategy for my meetings. These meetings are actually in the form of a chat in your member profile of the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries website. And let me warn you, do not suggest that you meet on any other platform, because you're now all Teams savvy and you know everything there is to know about Zoom and Google Meet and all those places where you meet at work. Don't do it, because our team leader, the eager beaver, suggested that, and he was actually cautioned against that, and they actually said they were going to kick him out of the team if he ever put contact details on the platform again. And that warning was to everyone, including the rest of us who are just minding our own business. So the main piece of advice I have for the team meetings is that you need to complete your strategy sheet in advance if you don't want people to waste your time. So regardless of what happens in the meeting, it's always a win-win situation for you if you've completed the strategy sheet. If everyone else hasn't completed theirs, they're most likely to just say whatever you said is right with a few adjustments here and there. And if they already have completed theirs, then the discussion has meaning and structure, and it's quick for them to say, I don't agree with A because I thought of B and for reasons 1, 2, 3. Unlike a situation where you're reading the scenarios for the first time and you just don't know what's going on, it's going to take you hours to get through that meeting. And bear in mind that you're typing, you're not discussing verbally, so the back and forth is at a snail's pace. So in terms of the results for this business game, our team finished 5th. It was pretty embarrassing. In terms of my personal result for the actual business management exam, I scored 89%. And my result letter was out on the 1st of October. They don't do pass lists anymore, even though when they're advertising the exam, the materials still say the pass lists will be out on the 1st of every month. What they actually mean is your result letter will be in your member profile on the 1st of the month after 9 a.m. My tips to anyone taking this exam in the future. For the video tutorials, make sure that you hand type notes of what they're saying in the video. It sucks. It's going to take you a lot more than the actual watching time for you to type whatever is being said in the videos, but you will thank me when you pass your business management exam because it's open book and it's easier for you to search in a Word document for information that you're looking for than to rewatch 2 hours worth of video during an exam. You're welcome. You need to take this exam early on in your career. And my reason for saying this is that you probably have much less responsibility and a lot more time for you to focus on this exam. You don't need a lot of technically actuarial knowledge if you need any at all. When you're taking this exam, the time that makes sense to me is in the 6-week cycle between when you write your exam and when your results come out. It keeps you busy so that you're not obsessing on the result of that exam that is still pending, and you have much more time to focus on this without having to split your attention between 2 subjects. If you miss that window, do not, and I repeat, do not register for it when you're supposed to be studying for your next exam. That is a death wish. Always prepare answers to your decision sheet in advance. It works great for you whether other people are prepared or not. My last tip is don't stress too much, but don't take this exam too lightly either. Chances are you're going to do great, and if you don't, you get to retake it after 4 weeks, and you've got 3 months in total from the time they release the exam for you to pass it. So if you plan it carefully, you've got 3 attempts to get it right. Okay, thank you so much for watching. On the right here, you can subscribe to my channel, and on the left here, you can watch another one of my videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!